of a production system, not talk about just a maintenance system that help us deliver the manufacturing excellence. They talk about 4-0. 0 defect, which is high quality, 0 unplanned downtime, which is tied to OEE, overall equipment efficiency, 0 losses tied to cost, yield, 0 accident basically on safety. So with that, in the TPM, there is also many pillars that you need to embark. It's not a simple, it's a long journey that you need to do. So out of this pillar, the foundation is 5S. So that's why I think there is an interrelated relationship between the 5S and the TPM. And the spirit of the TPM is very simple. Through the 5S activity, you clean, but not just cleaning. You clean to inspect. As you clean, you inspect. Anything defect, you tag. That's why we call inspect to detect any defect. Then detect, the maintenance come and correct. Correct, you do it over the time, it becomes perfect. So this is a mantra, this is the spirit of the TPM. Another management tool is Six Sigma. I think you have probably heard of it. It's basically using DMAIC, DMMIC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Technically, Six Sigma is representing statistically 3.4 ppm, right? But this tool has been converted into a management tool. It's basically a management-driven methodology for product and processes that improve, that create a breakthrough in financial performance and even customer satisfaction. So in Six Sigma, there are belt, okay? There is a yellow belt for lower level, there is a green belt, there is a black belt, just like Taekwondo. But this is one for Six Sigma, okay? And there are 3 types. One is the design for Six Sigma, more for R&D. Then there is a transactional Six Sigma, there is a production Six Sigma, which is widely used in the industrial. There are some this non-transactional, and there are some used for the R&D. Just to give you some track record, is that basically I kind of briefly talk about Six Sigma is going after breakthrough, looking at 70% improvement. Well, on the continuous improvement, you are looking at small steps, 10% at a time. So this is very, very powerful to get a breakthrough improvement. And you know where is it created, right? I share with you the culture between American and German. This is American, huh? They want fast, they want quantum improvement. So this Six Sigma is originated from American, Motorola, by the way. So this is a credential. I think there are books written by Jack Welch, GE. They're producing a lot of saving, 7 billion in cash. Another company is Dow Chemical, so produce a lot of saving, a lot of EBIT. Then DuPont is another company that have embarked on this. Infineon also has started, not billion, at least million. So we are looking at about 4.5 last year. So this is the projection for this year, that moving forward that we will get this Six Sigma to create the saving. Okay, to sum it up, my personal experience is not what you know. Okay, the most important is that how you translate what you know, the thing that you learn from school, the thing you learn from the work, create result. That's how you're supposed to do outside when you are working. Okay? Because you are no more in the school. You are not going to be sitting for tests. Your test is your result. And when you have result, your shit doesn't stink. This is an American term that I learned. Then you start to have a lot of friends, by the way. Huh? Don't let NATO into your team. What I mean NATO here is those just talk only but no action. So when you lead an organization, you need to identify NATO, get rid of it. The other key experience I have that you always solve certain problem, you create a new problem. So bear in mind on that. As a leader, you need to guide your people. Don't jump conclusion and start to solve a problem. After you solve this problem, a new problem come up. And last not least, most important is that you will see a lot of behavior. The doctor come out of the operation theater, he say, oh, my operation very successful. But the patient actually died. So these are just, over the years that some of the common, experience I have that, you will experience that as you go out to the working environment. So last, just a few more slides for all of you that are graduating. Some facts from Job Street. Fresh grade, it's not very popular because you guys ask unrealistic salary. So this is a survey that's done. So be mindful when you go out apply for job, please don't ask. As a fresh graduate, you cannot ask for 10,000 salary. And there are also some facts about, those fresh graduates, when you are going out the job, the recruiter always look at quality of the leadership. So in school, you are participating a lot of activity where you're holding a team leader position. This will be an added advantage for you. And those, of course, you are not leader, but you have to participate in a lot of, the volunteer work also will help. Of course, academic is not the most important. So you can see the survey here show only about 25%. Okay, my key advice, find something that you really enjoy doing because it's a career. It's not a 4-year degree program. You may stay with it, like me, stay with the company for 20 over years. So you got to find something that you enjoy so that you can continue. And be passionate about what you do, okay? Because that determines your future. What you learn in university is not going to be enough for sure. So there's going to be a lot more you're going to learn after university. Attitude is utmost important because your attitude will carry your future, okay? And don't shy to ask questions. Never be embarrassed because ask questions you will learn more. So like Confucius was saying, those who ask questions, they can look fool for a few minutes or a few seconds, but those who don't ask questions, you become a fool for your life because you don't learn. Okay, now I'm asking you, to be a successful employee, what a manager look for? There are 3 elements. It's tied to the ask as well. Attitude, skill, and knowledge. So there are 3 choices and I want to see some hands. A is at 10, 10, 80%. B is 80, 10, 10. C is 10, 80, 10. So can I have a hand for those who voted A? I hope that at the end there are some of those don't raise hand at all. How about B? Okay, a lot of hand, good. How about C? Some? Yeah, a lot of those never raise a hand. Well, majority win, The right answer is B. So the learning is that it's not what you learn, it's not your skill set, it's not your knowledge, your attitude. So attitude, you can see a lot of companies recruit today still do a lot of tests, check on what you learn in school, what degree you have. But when you get fired, most of the time it's because of your attitude. And the skill and the knowledge you can learn, we can teach. Like we have a lot of development program, but attitude is hard to teach. So with the right attitude, and company like Infineon will provide you a lot of training, right? You will rise up. Okay? And of course, last not least is that you need to be very persistent and perseverant and never give up. Then you will be a successful employee. So just another thought, always learn from your mistake. Okay? You cannot change the history. You can only learn from it. And then learn from it and change the future to avoid similar mistakes so that you can improve. So that's the attitude that I carry on, that I always preach and talk to our employee. And last, this is the principle of successful people. Those people don't make mistakes, they will not learn, they will not be successful. So to be successful along your journey, you will learn a lot through your mistake. So don't be afraid when you make mistake. Okay? So I wish you all the best. So Infineon is already part of your life, so we will be part of your tomorrow. Okay, last is for Q&A. Sorry that I will run the time.
Any questions from the audience? A couple of questions perhaps?
I need to show the confusion slide again. Don't be for your life.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. For me, that's very simple. I'm a hardcore Malaysian. No, in fact, in 2009, when we decided to close down the factory in China, I was offered a job in the US, but I decided not to go there. And I have not regret a bit. The reason being because in the States it's very individualistic. But I think for my position coming back to Malaysia, I still looking forward to what I have enjoyed, the satisfaction of leading the organization. So I can repeat that. That's why I come back to Malaysia to lead the organization. So that's one of the key reasons. Come back to the first question in terms of attitude we look for. That's why for those who participate in the engineering booster, we don't recruit based on the result. So we have actually assessment. We have the student from all universities come into our site. We do certain exercise, team building, we observe the attribute from there. So that's how we recruit. Even doing that, you see our attrition still there. So there is no perfect way to do that. But that is one systematic approach that we can filter out the right attitude student. Okay, I hope I answered your question.
So questions from the students, I hope, I'm sure some of you will have questions. Oh yes, go ahead, very good. Yes, go at the back there, yes.
See, this is the guy that decided to be fool for a minute. The rest of you will be fool for your life.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, good evening. My name is Muhammad Jimmy bin Ahmad, and I'd like to ask a question. What academic qualifications do Infineon expect from potential graduates?
What we expect is, I think we are a technology company. The booster program is primarily targeted on the engineers. Okay? So we are looking at the engineering, electronic, electrical for sure, some mechanical, some chemical, engineering are also welcome. But that is on the booster itself. But we do have IT that has continued to work with UTEM, and we do recruit the IT expertise. So primarily engineers are. Good. See, at least you learned something. Next. Yes, just speak out, I can hear you. Sorry, let get.
How do you manage time between family and work and personal life?
Good question. I think you need to ask that question after you reach my age. Yeah, it's a good question, actually very relevant as you are progressing in your age. Yeah? So for me, I definitely had to strike a balance. What you want to do is that when you spend time with your family, you need to spend a quality time. You don't want to spend time with your family while you are still reading your email and so on. So that is one approach that I take. And of course, the other thing is that even in Infineon, we do have a healthy lifestyle program for the leader, like myself. We actually hire a doctor from Switzerland, which is very expensive. And he tests all the leader, tests our body and so on. Then he teaches us how to upkeep the leadership health lifestyle. So I do take that advice, and that's why I buy this device to track my step. Very cheap device, by the way. So I give target myself every day. I need to walk more than 10,000 steps. As a human, by the way, before the car is invented, we look at our ancestors, the lifespan very long, right? You know why the lifespan is getting shorter nowadays? Because we have car. We don't walk anymore, especially Malaysian. When you go to car park, you go after every car spot that the parking that the closest. So that's another advice I can share with you. So I think for youngster, for yourself coming up, I have to say differently. For myself,